about that. Let's see how easy this is. So I noticed that the 7 has gone down to a 6 because they borrowed. So we're just practicing borrowing. So they crossed out the 7. That makes it a 6. And then what do I do with the 1? Well, the way that Sal Khan did it, that's fine. But I like doing this instead. I just borrowed 1. I'm going to put it in front of my fraction 1 1/4. Now it says 1 1/4, and I just changed that to an improper fraction. I borrowed 1. I put it in front of my fraction, and now I'm going to change that to an improper fraction. And I'm going to write it right above here. What is 1 1/4 as an improper fraction?
5/4.
Very good. 4 times 1 is 4, plus the 1 is 5/4. So now I can look and see it, the fraction. I know what A is. A is 5. Let's just practice some of these. We're just practicing borrowing. Okay, let's look at the next one. Here we go with the next one right here. So the 5 has gone down to a 4 because they borrowed 1, so it became a 4. And I take the 1 that I borrowed and I put it right in front of the fraction. Now it says 1 5/12. It says 4, but I also have 1 5/12. That's how you add a whole number with a fraction. You just put them next to each other. Now change that to an improper fraction. 12 times 1 is 12 plus 5. 17/12. Now I have my improper fraction, and I can look over here to see what they're looking for. They want to know what the denominator is. Denominator is 12. 17/12. 17. So my new fraction is 4 17/12. 4 17/12. Okay, let's try the next one. I'm borrowing from the 4, so I'm going to cross it out and put 3. And what do I do with that 1 whole 1? I put it in front of the fraction. Now it says 3 1 1/5. Change 1 1/5 to an improper fraction. 5 times 1 plus 1. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6/5. Now I have 3 6/5. So O is going to be 3 that's going to be a 6. Okay, try the next one. Okay, how are we doing on these? Not too difficult to borrow, right? You just got to get used to the process. For this one, I cross out my 6. It becomes a 5. I put a 1 in front, and then I change my mixed number to an improper fraction. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8/7. So I have 5 8/7. So S must be 8. I'll do a couple of these because I see you guys are being diligent and just moving forward. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 3 is 11/8. 10 11/8. So D must be 11. Okay, I want you to finish all the way to here. Finish up those boxes to that line, and then we're going to move on and use this technique for subtracting fractions. Okay, here we go. So if you finish the puzzle, which means I see your work up here just like you were doing, if you finish it, I'll give you bonus on your homework. Okay, here we go. We are subtracting, okay, we're subtracting like denominators still. So everybody should be on the second side. And I see it says 4 minus 2. Okay, no biggie there. But here it says 11/14 minus 13/14. Can I do 11/14 minus 13/14? No, I can't do 11 minus 13. So we need to borrow, just like we did. So we borrow from the 4. It becomes a 3. I'm going to put my 1 right in front of that fraction. And now it says 1 11/14. And I'm going to change it to an improper fraction. 14 times 1 is 14, plus 11 is going to be 25/14. Now it says 25/14 subtracting 13/14. And I can do 25 minus 13. So I know my common denominator is already 14. 5 minus 3 is 2. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. So we got 12/14. Am I done? What do I got to do?
Okay.
What do you think, Evan? I need to simplify. Anything else? What else? Exactly. I didn't do my whole numbers yet. It does say 3 subtract 2. So I can see that both of these are even. I'm going to cut them in half. So it'd be 1 and 6/7. Final answer. Thank you. Caitlin's like, isn't it going to be negative? And so if I look at my problem, I see that I originally had a 4 and then I had a -2. So they are unlike signs. That's why we're subtracting. But which one's bigger, the 4 or the 2?
4.
Very good. So the 4 makes it a positive. That's good because we know that we do have mixed integers sometimes. Okay, try the next one and then I'll do it. And you do have this whole page, so just crank it out. You've got 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to get this done. You all set, both sides? All right, so I'm borrowing from the 5, and I put that 1 in front of my fraction, and now I'm changing it to an improper fraction. 14 times 1 is 14, plus 3 is 17 14ths. And now I'm going to subtract 17 14ths, subtracting 13 14ths. 17 minus 13 is 4 with the common denominator. And then my whole number is 4, subtracting 1 is 3. And now I reduce and simplify that fraction. So I have 3 whole ones. And then if I divide both of these by 2, I get 2/7. Final answer. Borrow from the 7. Add that 1 to my fraction. And now I have 1 and 3/10. Changing it to an improper fraction, I get 10 times 1 is 10, plus 3 is 13/10. 13/10 subtracting 9/10 is 4/10. And then 6 subtract 4 is 2. 9 and 10 have nothing in common. Final answer. What'd I do? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, my goodness gracious. Thank you. I'll be cutting that out. Okay, 13/10 minus 9/10 is 4/10. And I do have to simplify.
I was gonna say, you said 4.
Yeah. And then I divided both of these by 2, and I get 2/5. How's that? Better?
Yeah.
Thank you for keeping me on track. I really do appreciate it. Really, I do. I love math, but I'm not perfect. You guys are very kind. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate your character and your kindness.
Thank you.
Booyah!